All right, what is up, guys? How are you doing? I'm coming at you today from a new area here at the pool in my building. So, what I want to talk about today is one major and very simple thing that I implemented in my own life about 2 years ago that really helped me go from being someone who was very easily distracted, someone who couldn't really focus at work, and easily just got distracted, started doing different tasks, had a lot of like shiny object syndrome while you switch from task to task, project to project. So if that's something that you feel like you're struggling with, definitely stick around, because like I found something that really helped me solve that very easily, very simply, with just putting in around like 10-20 minutes every single day. That completely helped me solve that completely and allow me to now get to a point where I have way more peace of mind. I'm able to be way more present and focus on one thing and have control over my own thoughts instead of having my thoughts control me, which is the case for me before, and I know for a lot of other people as well. So before I get into specifics of exactly how that works and what it is I want to go back to, like, just to give some context, and I think a lot of people can relate to this as well, is before, when I was like 18, 19, I used to be very, very distracted. I would sit down, maybe work on some project, wanted to start a business. I saw something, I got a notification, I just completely switched my focus, started doing something else, and I was just hopping back and forth. Like no actual focus, was just switching from task to task over and over again. I heard about a new business idea, I just changed my mind, started doing something else. And that's horrible for your success. Like if you operate that way, like you never actually make any progress in your life, because you're constantly switching from thing to thing. You're never actually putting in like the deep work and the focus that is required to achieve results in any of the stuff that you're actually doing. So it was holding me back a lot from finding success, and probably one of the biggest reasons why I was stuck for a while and actually didn't make progress towards the goals that I had and increasing my income and things like that. So what I realized is basically the thing that shifted for me is a simple thing. It's meditation. Sitting down, having 10-20 minutes every single day where I sit down. Me personally, I use guided meditation. I use an app called Waking Up by Sam Harris. He's a really good guy. Basically what it is like I sit down for 10-20 minutes with my headphones on and just have complete silence. And what I do is I follow, obviously, it's a guided meditation, so it's giving instructions on like focusing on, for example, focusing on your breath, specific parts of your body. It's really about just switching from having your thoughts that pop into your head and being guided by your thoughts, switching from that into kind of a frame where you are like a blank slate and your thoughts come in and you're aware of the thoughts. I don't know if that makes sense completely, but that's how I think about it. So before, and most people before they start meditating, basically how it is for them is just how thoughts pop up and they immediately jump on that thought, So for example, here's an example. Let's say you're sitting there and you're working and you're like, damn, it would be good to like have some soda right now or have some food right now. And then it's immediate to take action on that thought because you believe that thought is you, or like you're identifying with thought, basically. I think that's the best way to describe it. You're identifying with the thoughts that you're having. And then the switch that comes from meditation and like implementing this in your life is that instead of being identified with thoughts, you're able to just see the thoughts more objectively, if that makes sense. So you're able to kind of be more aware and realize that this is stuff that's coming up in your mind. So you can see this thought, for example, like, oh, right now I feel like I want to have some food. But realize that's just something that's coming up and something that's being created by yourself. And because of that, you don't actually act on it. And you don't have the impulse to immediately go and like act on your thoughts, things like that. You can have control over yourself. So you can have very strong emotions come up. For example, like when I was doing for a while, I was training to do a very like hard exercise where I would basically stand in like 90 degrees with my legs for up to, I think my maximum was like 12 minutes. And that's just all mental. And meditation helped me a lot with that because I was able to, when I felt emotions of like discomfort, my legs were shaking and I had a lot of like pain and my mind was telling me to stop. I had thoughts like, Alex, you stop this, you don't need to push yourself this hard, things like that. Thanks to meditation, I was able to just be present and notice these thoughts, but not act on them. I was able to just step into a space of being very calm and being very like peaceful, basically. And I had thoughts pop up like, stop, give up, you don't need to do this, you don't need to push yourself this hard. But I was able to just like push those thoughts away and just keep going, because I was in this space of like, it's like meditation and like being peaceful. So I know this kind of like out there is a bit woo-woo stuff, but like this really helped me. Like I can notice like there's a night and day difference between the days when I meditate and the days I don't. And if I look at my life like 2 years ago versus my life today, like my mind and how I'm able to just control my thoughts, control my actions is completely different. Before I would wake up and I would just like do random stuff, hop from thing to thing for the first like 4 hours of my day. Now, because I spend the first 10 to 20 minutes of every single day meditating, I'm able to just decide I'm going to focus on this thing, and if other thoughts come up, I can control that. Also, if I'm in a conversation or in a situation where I'm uncomfortable, if I'm, for example, I'm like supposed to go out and maybe like meet a girl or something, I'm a bit nervous about doing it. I'm able to feel that feeling of being nervous, but put that to the side because I have that kind of control over my mind at this point. Obviously, I'm not saying like I'm perfect at this. I haven't mastered the skill of meditation, but I think that's the point that I've gotten to right now has been a huge change for me, at least, and it's definitely something I'm going to continue doing moving forward as well. So if you're someone who like relates to this and you feel like you have a lot of like kind of shiny object syndrome, you're like having a hard time focusing, I would definitely recommend like blocking out 10-20 minutes beginning of each day. And you don't even need to have guided meditation. You can just start by having like just putting a timer on, sitting down, being quiet, and just noticing the thoughts that are popping up in your mind. Not acting on it, just being aware of what's coming up for you. And just focusing on maybe your breath, maybe some part of your body. And that's just doing that regularly is going to help you a lot. And obviously if you want to implement guided meditation, that can also be super helpful as well. So I'll definitely recommend you like implement that, because that's something that seriously helped me in my journey of like self-development, improvement, improve my like income, career, things like that. So definitely give that a try, and let me know how that goes as well. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, more to like when it comes to self-development, improving your health, your focus, your energy levels, if you're interested in like diet stuff, maybe losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever it is, I have a community for guys who are into that kind of stuff, where we connect, we share knowledge, we're able to help each other out, and we also bring on cool guest speakers, people who are really good at this stuff. So if you're interested, click the link in the bio. It's a free group. Hop in there and then we can connect over there as well. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.